can you imagine that the airshow meant to provide thrill and fun for spectators suddenly turned into disaster? Well, we know it's hard to believe, but many airshow accidents are really happening over the years. If you're crazy for aerobatic stunts, then we're sure you will think twice after knowing what happened due to aerobatics. So take a deep breath and sit tight, because we will dig into the top 10 airshows that went terribly wrong. Hold on, before we go any further, make sure to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. So let's jump right to the number 10. Indian Air Force Day. Indian Air Force Day has great importance in the Indian community. On this same day, a horrific incident happened where dozens of people got injured and even 2 people died at the spot. This sad incident occurred on October 8, 1989. You know, Ramesh Bakshi was the one piloting a Mirage 2000 when the aircraft crashed. He was the wing commander of the Indian Air Force. The commander was performing an activity which is called Downward Charlie. In this activity, the pilot has to take a series of downward rolls and then withdraw the wings at low altitude. Unfortunately, the plane crashed to the ground, and as a result, 12 spectators got severely injured from the sudden explosions. Besides, the pilot and 1 viewer died on this sad day. Number 9. Bartlesville biplane exposition. This is one of the disastrous airshows that went wrong, as 4 pilots died in the explosion. It happened on June 2nd, 1996, in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. You will be shocked to know that the event featured aerobatics biplanes performance, which turns into a horrific sight just in a blink of an eye. Moreover, the viewers told the investigators that when one plane was getting ready to land at the airport, the second one struck its side. Then the wings of both aircraft clipped, and as a result, they were torn from it. At the moment, an enormous explosion occurred, and many passengers also died instantly. Number 8. Airshow at RAF Station in 1958. In 1958, RAF Station was the place where a terrible accident happened during a test flight. You know that the test flight was a part of a military aviation show, so for a test flight, Vulcan went on board with 4 members. The problem began when the plane was going to fly from the runway. Then suddenly the starboard wing started to fall apart. Due to the wing structure collapse, the plane crashed to the ground and all the crew members died. The 3 members who were observing the test flight also could not escape from death. Besides, 3 servicemen got severe injuries. You know, tragedies like this can't be forgotten easily, as it takes only one moment and everything blew away in an explosion. Number 7. Canary Islands Airshow. This terrible tragedy happened on April 8, 1984 at Canary Island Airshows. Do you know, people have to lose their lives because one member of Spain's national air aerobatics team could not get control of his aircraft. You might miss your heartbeat when you know that the accident happened right after the plane took off. So the plane went into a dive and struck on the runway. It bounced 100 yards along the cobbles and then crashed to the barrier, where the viewers' crowd was present. Sadly, the pilot and 4 spectators died in the excruciating fire of the explosion. Moreover, 14 people were also injured. Number 6. Paris Airshow crash. You won't believe it when you will know what happened at the Paris Airshow. In 1973, it was a brutal side disaster that caused the death of 14 people. You know, during a basic flight demonstration, a Russian supersonic airliner blew up in mid-air. Do you know that aircraft was the first production of Tupolev Tu-144? Well, not only that, it was aviated by a Russian crew. If we talk about the accident's cause, then many factors include pilot error, interference by another airplane, and some mechanical failure. All these problems contributed to the crash that killed many people on the ground. Number 5. Ostend Airshow disaster, 1997. The Ostend Airshow event was held on July 26, 1997 in Belgium. There was a variety of aircraft flying during this event. Suddenly, the pilot of Royal Jordanian Falcons lost control of his plane. His name was Omar Hani Bilal, and he was flying the Walter Extra EA300s. So just a moment passed and the plane crashed straight to the end of the runway. After the sudden crash, the aircraft burst into flames. The fire engulfed the pilot and 8 spectators. Additionally, 40 people suffered severe injuries because the plane crashed near the viewer's stand. Number 4. 2011 National Championship Air Races. In US history, this airshow was third deadliest disaster. Well, it's because this event killed 11 people and 69 had suffered a lot due to their injuries. You might want to know what the hell happened that caused this much destruction. Well, the airplane was flying in a race when it abruptly tossed and dived in a downward direction. It crashes to the ground at a speed of over 400 miles per hour. With such speed, the pilot couldn't be alive, although 7 people also died there, along with the pilot. You will be shocked to know that several accidents involve Mustang aircraft in history. However, in 2011, this was the first time that spectators also died during air races. Number 3. Golden West Sport Aviation Show. Sometimes we can't comprehend what is waiting for us in the future. That's what happened during the Golden West Sport Aviation Show on September 24, 1972 in Sacramento, California. It was tragic to see that 22 people had to die because the plane could not take off from the runway. Do you know why it happened? It's because the pilot could not get enough altitude of Canadian Sabre Mk5 and, as a result, flew the plane through the fence near the end of the runway. The traveling speed of the aircraft was 240 km per hour at the time, so with that much speed, the plane hit the ice parlor and then exploded. 28 people were injured, including the members of the league football team in the parlor. Number 2. Ramstein Airshow. The tale of disaster happened on August 28, 1988. To make this show memorable, 3 Italian air forces were hired in West Germany at Ramstein Air Force Base. You will be amazed to know that it was a special show where more than 300,000 people were present. Sadly, they didn't know what's going to happen to them. The sight was so horrific when the aircrafts collided with each other and crashed to the ground. The fire's flames were so much that it tumbled into spectators, and even the medical evacuation helicopter was hit by the debris. Due to this crash, about 500 people had to get admitted into the hospital. Number 1. Sneelift Airshow Disaster. Without any doubt, we can say that this is the deadliest airshow in history. Your inside might tremble when you know 77 people died and 543 suffered significant injuries due to this crash. If we talk about the starting of this event, it was held on July 27, 2002 in Lviv, Ukraine. 10,000 people arrived to attend this airshow, so the crash happened when the plane was performing the activity of rolling at low altitude. When it can't be balanced, the aircraft hit the other aircraft and cartwheeled towards the crowd. Then with a loud bang it exploded and killed 28 children with many other viewers. So that's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to comment down below to let us know which airshow disaster you find most terrible. Also, don't forget to like and share this video. See you next time.